Hi everyone, hope everybody's doing well today. I'm having a great day myself. Guys, so this video is going to be kind of a step back into the 80s, right? So if you guys don't know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s primarily, and some of the biggest, to me, not biggest, but some of the greatest things came from the 80s. And when I say some of the greatest things, I'm talking about like toys, collectibles, collectible cards, games, movies. A lot of great stuff came from the 80s. Not to say that there was stuff in other time periods that came out that were really good as well. But for me, since I grew up in that era, that's where, that's a lot of stuff that I really, really enjoyed was stuff from back then. So that being said, today we're going to discuss the very first series of Garbage Pail Kids. If you guys aren't aware what Garbage Pail Kids are, basically they are cards that are can be disgusting, can be just downright funny, that basically just take the Cabbage Patch dolls and makes fun of them. That's primarily what they are. That's what they were designed for generally. And they're great. They're awesome cards. But so like I said, I started collecting these in the 80s. They came out in around 85. And when I jumped on board, Series 1 and Series 2 weren't anywhere to be found. They were just, the only place I ever saw those was other kids that had them. I never was able to see those in the store because when I jumped on, Series 3 was the new series that had just come out. And I remember them being that green box and that green wax pack, with the old, with the crunchy gum in it. Came 5 in a pack and that piece of gum. And it was great. They were like 25 cents, I believe. But great times. I had so much fun buying those cards. Me and my sister bought them. At first she was into it, but she shortly got out of it. And I was still crazy about them. So I went on from Series 3 all the way up to, I'd say around Series 13, 14, maybe 15, somewhere in that area. I just kept collecting them over the years. And, I had a blast. I had a blast collecting them as a kiddo. And now in my adult life, I've actually been buying some of the sets or some of the stuff that I missed, this video being, of course, this first series. So like I said, I still saw the first and second series cards, around kids at daycare and kids at school and stuff like that. They had them. But I never purchased them from the store when I was a kid. I came in at Series 3, so that's where I started. So in my adult life, I went back and started buying some of these. Today we're going to review the first series. We're going to go over each card and talk a little bit about them. And just go from there. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. Here's a little, I have my own little notebook of them, and I made a little cover for it as well as on the side. You can see the spine. It's upside down to you guys, but like whenever I have it up like on the shelf like that, it's, obviously easier for me to pull out which series I need. So open it up and here we go. So as we go through these guys, I'm also going to point out some of the ones that are kind of iconic Garbage Pail Kid cards that most people that collect the cards, or even if you don't collect them, some people recognize them just to be, just to be kind of famous Garbage Pail Kids. So first off, and also, by the way, guys, there's 40, I think, let's see, 41 cards, I believe. 41 cards altogether in the set, but there's an A and a B for each one of them. So there's and all that's different is the name. So there's one name for A and then one name for B. So right out the bat, one of the most famous Garbage Pail Kids is Nasty Nick. That's 1A right there. So right away, he's one of the most recognizable cards. Nasty Nick, and his 1B is Evil Eddie. Then you got Junk Food John. You got Ray Decay. I thought that was pretty cool. Upchuck Heathen Steven, which is 3B. This is another fairly, fairly famous one. I remember seeing this one as a kiddo and also being kind of one of the highlights of the Garbage Pail Kids, the early Garbage Pail Kids. That's Fry and Brian, Electric Bill. Now this one's a very famous one. They've made multiple different kinds of variations to this one over the years and more recent years as well. But there's Dead Ted, which is 5A. I love this card. One of my favorites, actually. Anything like non-living dead style, I love. 5B is JDK. Art Apart, Busted Bob, Stormy Heather, April Showers. Now, all right, guys. So this very well may be the most famous Garbage Pail Kid. This is 8A. This is Adam Bomb. As you'll see him on many things. So if you know Garbage Pail Kids at all, you probably know who this is. This is one of the most famous ones, like I said. He was one of the rappers. I don't have any handy. I do own some of the rappers. I don't have them with me right now, but He was on the wrappers for at least the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 series maybe. I'm not sure exactly, somewhere around there. But he was on the cover of the wax packs. Again, a very iconic Garbage Pail Kid. Most people who are associated with Garbage Pail Kids know this to be true. He is kind of like the the top dog, the center of the Garbage Pail Kids cards. He's also got several variations. They made the female ones before. They made variations to him as well. So in more recent years too. But again, Atom Bomb 8A. That's the one that's probably the most memorable. And then 8B, we got Blasted Billy, Booze and Bruce, Drunk Ken. We've got TV Stevie. Sorry, I tried to get that shadow out of there, guys. I apologize for that. Geeky Gary, Itchy Richie. There is Bugged Bert, Furry Fran, that's a good one, and Harry Mary. Now this is a good one. This is a great one. Just this, I don't know if it's very famous or not, but I love this one just because it's a Star Wars representation. So it's Ashcan Andy, which is, of course, as you guys probably realize, it's basically R2-D2. It's Garbage Pail Kids version. Ashcan Andy, Spacey Stacy, and Potty Scotty, which is 14A. And then we've got 14B, which is Jason Payson, Aylin Al, Mauled Paul, that's great. Weird Wendy, she's also a fairly famous card. Haggy Maggie, Wacky Jackie, Loony Linny, Cranky Frankie, and Bad Brad is 18B. Now, you may notice some of the condition of some of these a little bit rough, and you know, the corners aren't quite as sharp as they should be, stuff like that, but I don't care, guys. This isn't about me collecting the best quality cards, top notch. They're just, you know, they could be beaters. It doesn't matter to me. As long as they're just, you know, at least in good enough condition, like they have the border and they have the actual sticker, of course, in the back. You know, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be a good representation of it. You know, so as you'll see with this one, it does have some like smudge, like spackle, whatever you want to call it, just kind of random places on here. But again, I'm not for that. I'm not for making a perfect set. That would cost a lot more money. I'm just getting a good representation. And by the way, here's some of the backs in case you haven't really shown the backs. Most of the backs have some kind of funny little thing on them. Anyways, back to where we were. So Corroded Carl, Crater Chris. This one touches close to home because that's my initials. Swell Mel. That was 20A, Swell Mel. Dressy Jesse, Virus Iris, Sicky Vicky, Junkie Jeff, that one's cool. Stinky Stan, and Drippy Dan. Those kind of remind me. There we go. All right, then we got Leaky Lou, Nervous Rex. That's awesome. Oh, cigarettes he's smoking. Jeez. Nerdy Norm, Creepy Carol, Scary Carrie, and Slobby Robbie. Nice, breaking the scales. Fat Matt. And then 27A is also a fairly popular one. It's been kind of associated with Garbage Pail Kids pretty regularly, is Brainy Janie and Jenny Genius. And then we've got 28A is Uzi Susie and Melton Melissa. Another kind of famous one, Boney Joni, Thin Lynn. 30A is New Wave Dave, and then Graffiti Petey. They either rhyme or they have like just some kind of, you know, way to correlate each word together. It's pretty cool. Rundown Rhoda, Flat Pat, and then Frigid Bridget is 32A. And we go back over here to 32B, which is Chili Millie. Mad Mike is also kind of a famous one. And then Savage Stewart, Kim Kong, Anna Banana, Wrinkly Randy. There's Rockin' Robert, nice. Rappin' Ruth is really cool. I like the mummy ones. Tommy Toom, I guess that's what that is. And that was 36B, so we're almost through it. 37A is Guillotina, nice. Cindy Lauper. They also use a lot of famous like names, like celebrities, so that to also kind of sell the image there. It's pretty cool. Slimy Sam. 38B is Lizard Liz, Buggy Betty, Green Jean, and now we're on Unstitched Mitch, Damaged Dawn, And this is the last two right here, Mean Gene and Joltin' Joe. So there you have it, guys. That is the entire set of Series 1 of Garbage Pail Kids. Again, these started around 1985, and really cool part of the 80s. I've really enjoyed them over the years. Again, more recent years, I've started collecting them again, especially maybe like the first. I already had all Series 3 because, like I said, I bought a ton of those when I was a kiddo, and a lot of Series 4. I had even more of Series 4, but yeah. So really, I've kind of got entire sets of, I'd say at least the first 6 or 7 series. So if you guys enjoy these videos, let me know and I'll do more. I'll definitely go through some more of mine. I've got them all in binders like this, and we can go through them together like that. Let me know, like I said, and also guys, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Let me know if you guys collected these when you were a kiddo, or if you're collecting in more recent years, or even like so some of the ones I mentioned here were like some of the famous Garbage Pail Kids, and that really represent the, you know, just the whole line. But guys, let me know what you remember, like which ones were kind of famous to you, or, you know, which ones you have fond memories of when you were a kid, that kind of thing. Again, just let me know. Guys, if you stuck with me this far, I really appreciate it. Give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you do want to see more, definitely let me know. Guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.